All right, moving on. Greg, what is your topic, man?
Um, so I kept doing game design topics, so I'm going to continue doing that, except a little bit different.
Fix it.
So throughout your career of like doing like playing FPS games, because I feel like we've all played a decent amount of them. What games had either your favorite physics, your favorite toolkits, and your favorite game modes? So I can kind of
All right,
and
this is loaded.
physics also
Say that again.
entailing combat. So for me, my favorite toolkit of weapons is probably like something from the Halo universe, like the earlier ones, like 2 and 3. I love playing with those weapons. I never got sick of them. Rushing to different weapon spots and things like that was always fun for me. And I really liked like the actual physics and combat of Gears of War, from like the cover dynamics, and also like just like the beatdown shotgun battles felt like you were fighting with swords almost, because like I don't know, it felt really skillful to kill somebody with a gun close range or long range, because you had like a pretty heavy health pool, and generally the better player won every single shotgun battle and things of that nature. Um, and I don't know what else. Oh, and then game mode, Call of Duty Search and Destroy. I know that's very similar to like the CS:GO bomb scenario, but for me, Call of Duty was the one I experienced first. So for me, that would kind of be my toolkit of what made it perfect FPS to me. Not that all those combined would feel good, but I was kind of thinking about it because I played some Infinite Warfare, and it combines so many mechanics from different games I played throughout like my time playing video games. And yeah, so what were your guys' favorite like pieces of FPS games?
I'm gonna go physics and gun. I mean, what was the first one? It was like physics and
Combat.
physics and combat for me, hands down. Gears of War, hands down. There's no way you could find another game that would impress me more than that. The variety of weapons that you had, like they had the normal weapons, but I feel like they also did really well at expanding on that. Like they had like the chainsaw gun. Like yeah, it's an assault rifle, but yeah, like the fucking chainsaw bayonet is like fucking something that's never been done in any other. You've never seen that ever. You've never seen that in another game. It's fucking unreal. It's so cool to just like be able to run up to like a grub and just fucking chainsaw him in half like that.
Yeah.
That visual image, like of like the ultimate disrespect when I was playing online games. Like that was like one of the first games that I played online, and just had a moment of just like, yeah, I fucking chainsawed you from behind, dude. Like fuck yourself. Like that was like the best feeling ever. It's like, yeah, I fucking chainsawed you. Really sawed your character in half. That will never top anything, I feel like, in my entire life.
And that's something you
game
like.
modes.
That's something you remember. Like the first time you do it, you're like, "Holy shit!" Like
yeah, like it's so, and like in that game, it's so gruesome. It's just so fucking visceral that it's like striking, and you fucking remember that. Like you sawed him in half, and you fucking see his guts and blood just shooting everywhere, and you're like, yes, I fucking killed you. Like, you know what I mean? And then for game modes, I'm gonna go CS. I really did before I played Counter-Strike, or I'm sorry, before I played Call of Duty. I did see Counter-Strike being played, and it was like I guess at that time it was like CS Source. I didn't see much 1.6, but seeing the actual competitiveness of like how the game was played in CS Source, and seeing the people that were actually like top tier, high level players of that game, and how it was played, and like the beautiful orchestra of how everything worked, it just like hit another level for me. It was like, wow, like they're doing all these things, and when you look at it, you're like, oh wow, that doesn't make sense. Like, why would he fucking waste his flash grenade right there? Like, why would he waste his flashbang right there? That's so stupid. Why would you flash there? But then you like think about it, and you look at it, and you actually research. He's like, oh shit, like he threw like a really dope ass flashbang, and it flashed like everybody that was at long A on dust or some shit like that. You know, like you don't really understand how that game is played until you play it, and you understand how the high level players
And then you
play
watch
that
more, and it
game.
makes you want to play
And
more, and like
It just exactly. It just becomes this like beautiful thing to me. Like it's just like I was saying, it's like an orchestra where like all the pieces, all the players play together, and
Yeah.
they really communicate, and it just makes it a whole nother game. It's not just like a fucking run and gun, like team deathmatch, fucking
Right.
kill everybody.
Yeah.
It's like this fucking thing where everybody's like,
You
all
have to
5
be
players
working.
are in unison and they're fucking talking to each other, and that really hit home for me. And I carried that into me playing Modern Warfare when I first started playing. I was like, I'm gonna attack this from that perspective of like I've got to do the best that I can do and communicate with my teammates so we can make the best out of this search and destroy map or whatever.
Yeah, I watched a Counter-Strike video where it like went through, like it was like an Astrala strat on like Overpass, and it like followed every single player and like showed what they're like. He would go at one player and show what they did throughout the entire round, like what smokes they threw and like their timing. So it showed like how all 5 of them were like absolutely essential to like locking down the entire site and like taking it, and they won the round. And like when it all worked together, you're like, holy shit, that was awesome.
Yeah, that level of like teamwork is empirical to how I approach first person shooter games. Like that shaped when I was watching like Complexity play like years and years ago, when I was watching them play and like seeing what they were doing, like that really shaped how I approach first person shooter games. The fact that they were able to cooperate and effectively communicate with each other just blew my mind.
I think the one cool thing with CS:GO too is that like they make that level of like communications and tactics like accessible to even like players in silver have a chance to like experience that type of like tactical layout and things like that.
Yeah.
Because he is.
All right,
I didn't mean to steam all that shit. But
yeah, I know. For me, like as far as the thing that you were saying with like, loadouts and just kind of like the gameplay, I guess, where the I know like Halo 3 would probably be mine, similar to how you were saying like Halo 2 and 3. Just I know picking up the sniper rifle or the BR or the shotgun, or even just driving around in a Ghost and running people over and over again until you get that guy with the voiceover that would come on and be like, vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah, that voice, dude.
Or like you get 10 kills
Double
with a
kill.
shotgun. It's like
Kill-tacular.
Open season.
And they're like, I just love that stuff.
That was good.
But like in terms of how the game felt, like there's no FPS that I've played that has felt more enjoyable than Modern Warfare 2. Even though it's very far from a realistic shooter, I would say. Like especially like you be playing if you were running one of the people that ran lightweight, commando, and marathon, and you just run around knifing people the whole game with your pistol out, where you had the pistol and the gun. Or I was one of those assholes that quick scoped people all the time.
Fucking prick.
Yeah.
Or the Model 1887s before they got nerfed.
Those two, yeah. Model 1887 Akimbos, those
Akimbo
real
just
prime.
boom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just
That
murder
game-
everybody.
So much fun to play. Like there were tons of freaking cheaters on that. That problem ran rampant. Just tons of cheaters on that game. But it was still just super enjoyable to play. And then for best game mode, I would definitely have to say CS as well, just because of the tactical nature of it and how it really requires teamwork in order to succeed.
It's so high level.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculously high level.
We've lost games where we had someone on our team that had 50 kills because you cannot solo carry a game, really, no matter how hard you try. The team has to be able to contribute and put in work.
That's kind of what
So when
makes
you
Overwatch
when you've got a
great, too.
5Q, it's really enjoyable.
Yeah.
But if you're solo queue in CS:GO, can be some
It's
of
a
the
coin
worst
flip.
experiences you have in your life.
Don't play solo queue.
Yeah,
And
Give
the,
my-
econo-
4 buddies and play. You can't solo queue the game.
and the economy factor in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
something that's unexplored in other games, but it's
Yeah,
just super
exactly.
cool in the confines of CS:GO.
yeah, it's a meta game.
It's
within
so
the game.
weird. Like, how weird is that concept? And like, it's not in any other game. It's not in any other game. You don't have to balance an economy and balance when you have guns and when you don't. Because in every other game, it's just like, this is your loadout. Go.
Yeah, it's a bunch of, like all these other FPSs that you think of, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever. It's all progression based, where as you level up, you unlock more guns and better guns and everything. So you get rewarded for playing more. But in CS, you get rewarded for managing your money correctly, and you have access to everything.
Cheese?
For game mode, I'm going Siege.
Mm-hmm.
Any of the three, because I just think that very parallel to.
It's similar to
CS:GO.
Search and Destroy and CS:GO. There's something about
the tactics, the
attack
team,
and
like
defense.
it's really sublime, and we've been doing it for over a year, and I don't see any signs of that slowing down, and I just think that game is great for all of its faults, and it's had a nice upward progression.
It is slow to pick up. It was like slow to like kind of take off.
It's
no,
really
it is.
Great. There's something about that game makes me mad as fuck, but it can be really brilliant.
Yeah. But it takes teamwork.
It does,
that's what it is. I feel like that makes or breaks the game.
I love that. For like loadout or arsenal, I'm gonna go with Black Ops 2 because some of those guns, there were some of those guns that you see in games today, but they were like in the early, like the Enfield or like what else was it, like the Glee, like some of those guns were really cool. And Black Ops 2, I think, has my fondest Call of Duty memories. So I'll throw Black Ops 2 in for Arsenal, and then for physics, I'm gonna say Battlefield 3 or Battlefield series, really, because it's kind of across the board. Like the bullet drop.
Dude, I love those Bad Company games.
The helicopter stuff, the just the equipment,
the destructible landscapes.
All of it. It's amazing.
The Levolution.
All that. It's really fucking cool stuff.
Damn, nailed it with the trademark.
What's your favorite game mode in Battlefield?
I was always just team deathmatch.
Oh yeah.
I didn't search and destroy a whole lot because I didn't get when I was younger that thrill yet. I don't think. Yeah, I didn't understand that yet.
Didn't bite.
That and domination never itched.
Yeah.
But it was always team deathmatch.
Fucking competitive shit bit me hard as fuck in Call of Duty. Oh my god! In Call of Duty, like the first Call of Duty Modern Warfare is when it first like got me, and it was just fucking over from there. It was like I cannot enjoy a game unless there's a competitive element, and that was it for me. I think
one of the things that help like Search and Destroy and like those competitive game modes is going back and playing Call of Duty 4. They still haven't fixed the fact that you get a kill, you get spawned behind, and then you get killed. And that like can really just kill any enjoyment I get out of a game. And Search and Destroy, like you kill 3 guys, you're not gonna have some other dude spawn behind you and just pick you off in like the back of the head.
It really separates who knows what the map is and like nice map presence.
It's got the really nice rewarding element where you like kill a guy and you're like, all right, he's fucking gone. I don't have to even worry about him anymore.
Right. And like you always know in those game modes, like you can like look back at how you played the round and be like, okay, this is why we lost, and this is where we lost, and this is like what I did wrong, and this is why I can improve it. Not, oh well, he just got fucking lucky. No, it's like you probably could have like sat behind that wall in a different angle or like positioned your team in a different area
from somewhere else, or it was a shitty angle for you to take. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I 100% agree. That's why I like CS so much, is because it's like so much more than just like aiming and shooting. It's a fucking like super huge mental game. Like you're balancing your economy at the same time you're balancing, where's my position on the map? Like, am I taking a good spot? Are we making sure we have enough control of this part of the map? Are we making sure that we have smokes and flashes coming out this area? Like,
it's deep. It's like, I think they're on the force buy this round, so we're gonna play aggressive and just break them.
And just we're gonna gamble that. We're just gonna rush a site this time. And that really, really fucking strokes my competitive boner really bad. Like it fucking just in there, just double fisting it. Honestly, just like getting in there, dude. You know what I mean?
It's a very large competitive.
Yeah, you don't know that.
He broke a mouse the other day, dude. He has a large competitive boner.
He got a fucking huge competitive dick.
All right.
Isn't that shit in competition?
Brett, did you go yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
go ahead. Let's go.
Give me the guns from a little-known PS3 launch game called Resistance: Fall of Man.
There you go.
Insomniac made a game. They couldn't capture the same feel. It's the same thing with Call of Duty 4 with me. Like after Resistance Fall of Man, the rest of the series didn't fall flat. Like I enjoyed the story still, but Call of Duty influenced where they had like aim down sights and stuff. But it was finally like when they released Resistance Fall of Man, I was like, oh shit, Sony has something that I actually think could compete with the Halos of the world, because it was like run and gun. It was based around run and gun, except if you were like sniping, like particular guns. They had a gun called the Auger that could fire its own shield, like a wall, and then shoot through it, like it shot through walls. The Bullseye, which was the Chimera's main weapon, could shoot a tag, and if you tag someone, all the bullets would home in on that. Or you could leave it on a surface and create this like atom or like orb of bullets, like shoot a bunch into it, and then if you shot another tag, they would all jump to that. So you could put a bunch of bullets on the wall, and they would just float there in an orb. Someone would come around the corner, you could tag them, they would all jump on that person, and they would just get killed.
Oh, that's pretty next level. I didn't even play that game.
Yeah.
I did not have a PlayStation at all, like ever.
Yeah,
I had PS1, and that's it. That's all I had. So that's all new to me.
Fred, did you ever play that PlayStation 3 game Mag?
Yeah, I did. I played like the beta and stuff. I wanted it to be cool, but it just wasn't.
I wanted it so badly for that game to succeed, but it was just
too much.
So terribly bland.
Yeah.
And the servers were always down.
Yeah.
It was just a combination of things that led to that thing's failure. But
and if you're not familiar with Mag,
can somebody explain it? Because I don't know what it is.
Mag stands for Massive Action Game, and it was like before Battlefield 3 came out, and it was like, we're gonna have these big maps with all these people playing. Mag was like, we're gonna set up servers where 128 people play against each other.
Holy fuck!
And it was just like crazy, and
you had all these squads. You had squad leaders. You could have someone who was like a general who was doing overarching.
Oh, dude, that's like squad
call outs. Yeah, but
who played squad? Anybody played squad?
No, I'd like to play squad. I've been seeing a lot more of that game, and I really want to play that. But yeah, just
good.
As Will said, like the servers were just always down, and like it just ended up like you were just running around like trying to. No one did it. It was really cool in theory, but you can't get all those people to work together, especially like gamers.
Yeah. That's what I like about Squad. Squad's like a mil sim, so when people play it, they're serious about it. Like it's a simulator, like military sim.
Is it kind of like R3, like that type?
Yeah, it's like that where like you like jump in the game and like everybody's like, okay, he's a squad leader. I listen to everything he says. I go exactly where he says to go.
It's like another.
It's exactly
like
what he says.
I like that when you do like another level of like role playing to like enhance your.
Yeah,
game.
It is that suspension of like belief where you're just like, I'm a scrub. Like I have a fucking rifle with a grenade launcher on it. Like I'm gonna fucking do exactly what my squad leader says because he's gonna tell me where to go. He knows where the map is. And the cool thing about that game is the squad leader is the only one in your group that can talk to the other squad leaders. So he knows where everybody else is going and what they're doing. And so he's going to plan around that. And we're like, hey, we're going to hit this. We're going to hit Train Yard, but we're going to hit it from the southeast corner because they're weak on that corner. You know, whatever. Some shit like that. And that's why I like that game is because it has that super hardcore level of like coordination. And it depends on that. Like if you don't have that in that game, you fucking lose every time. If you have a shitty squad leader, you lose. Hands down, you lose.
Yeah. And I love games where you kind of like, I don't know, like it is basically role play at that point, but it's just cool when everyone's in.
Yeah. If you're like totally bought into the game, like you don't have like 2 or 3 lone wolves like going off like, we're just do whatever. Like we have guns, like we're gonna go kill people from wherever. Like if you have people that are actually like committed to the whole shtick of like, this is a military simulator, that's what makes the game. If you have people that are like being stupid and like just doing whatever they want, then it fucks the game over. It's not fun. And that's why I like that. And like you hop in a couple lobbies and they have like fucking shitheads that are doing whatever they want. But if you hop in a cool lobby where like they're fun and you have a good squad leader that tells you where to go, like that makes the game fun. And that's why I like that game. Fun game.
Anyway, continuing on with Resistance, they just had a wide breadth of weapons that were really cool. They had a rocket launcher that you could shoot, stop in midair, and then redirect it and shoot it somewhere else. like with a laser.
Holy fuck.
So you could like shoot it and direct it around a corner to try and take people out. They had like this gun that shot bullets that ricocheted everywhere before like that was a real big thing, and then you could also shoot it out. It would be like this little spike ball, almost like a needler, and it would just like work like a turret as well. So those guns are really cool. I would take I guess, just to break the mold a little bit, I would probably take Search and Destroy or like Counter-Strike for like my game mode. But second to that, I would go with Time Splitters 2, which was just like a 3v3v3
Wow.
v3. So like
that's a break of the mold.
Just like party sort of, team deathmatch mayhem, pick up shit on the map, like armor or like extra speed.
Arena.
Yeah, like an arena shooter with like bots and stuff. Like I always thought that game was amazing, and they're doing another Time Splitters, like they're remaking it.
Oh,
so,
fucking
I'm
really?
super, yeah, I forget what it's called.
Was it like PS4 probably? Just PS4.
Time Splitters Rewind? I don't know. I think it's still pretty. They just released like a teaser, and that's all we know about it so far.
Okay.
As long as Monkey's in it, like I'm totally down.
Fair enough.
And then as far as physics go, for me it's just really, do the guns feel good? Like I can get down with the Halo type physics where it's like floaty jumping. Sometimes it just depends kind of on the mood I'm in, whether I want realistic or like space physics. I always thought like even though I don't like the newer Call of Duties and like Titanfall that much, I like that they have like the wall running and jumping and boosting around. I think that's pretty cool.
Titanfall, I've heard Titanfall 2 is pretty sick.
Yeah, I've seen enough cool stuff about Titanfall 2.
A lot of good shit about Titanfall 2.
That makes me want to try it. So
yeah, I do want to get it.
And just a shout out, like an honorable mention for like weapons set, Overwatch.
Okay, I'll take Overwatch.
As far as FPS goes, like you've got class based, you've got
like a Team Fortress 2 expanded.
Yeah, you got like orbs or like medic guns or arrows, like any sort of.
That's a cool
weapon.
pick.
I definitely think what they did with Ana's kit in Overwatch is really cool and innovative, and the fact that if you shoot a teammate, it heals them, and if you shoot an enemy, it hurts them.
You're not doing anything bad by shooting anybody.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. As long as you
That's
hit
a cool
something.
kit.
Just like real war.
Yeah, just like real war.
Yeah,
Just
like fucking
real
shoot
war.
him in the back. He's totally fine. That shooting
yeah.
enemy dead. I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah. It really puts the friendly in friendly fire.
Yeah.
Guys, I think that puts a good bow on this here podcast. We're getting a bit long in the tooth, and I think you guys are gonna stream or
We're
gonna get
topic
us some
though,
Resident
bro?
Evil 7.
Me?
Do you have a topic?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I did
we
the
did the
G&G
fucking-
dating game.
dating game.
Yeah,
I
dude.
thought that was like one of the.
Well,
Picks.
no, I just
Yeah.
did. I mean, we're at an hour and 40 minutes now.
Okay.
so
Yeah,
I mean,
all right.
I mean, granted, we go long.
yeah, we could go longer, but I want
So,
you guys to be able to play some Resident Evil and drink some
yeah,
beers.
I really want to play that game. I'm
Yeah.
stouted, but I'm also fucking terrified.
We
because I
want to
hate
ruin
scary
It's gonna be
games.
responsibility to
fucking
tonight.
Plus.
0 out of 0. I hate this
Are
game.
you excited about
already.
this?
Oh, dude, I'm like,
Fucking 0 out of 0. Fuck this game, dude.
Isn't that a perfect score?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfect score.
That's a fucking nothing score.
It's undefined.
Greg.
5 out of 7 is a perfect score.
5 out of 7.
But guys,
It's an
thank you so much for hanging out for episode 10. Will, thanks for joining us. Welcome
Well,
to the time.
thanks for being
Yeah.
here, man.
Yeah, it's good.
Follow our supporters.
Everybody shout out their Twitter all at one time. 1, 2, 3.
Fuck my goal.
It's good time.
All right,
All
there
right,
you go.
there you go, everyone. You guys have all our
There you
social
go.
Everybody
media.
got that.
Follow Grenades Goblins on Twitter. Seriously though, please do that. I'm trying to get the account
do
more
it.
active.
Yo,
And don't forget, like, subscribe, share, tell your mom.
tell your
and
mom.
if you're hanging
or
out-
dad. Dad's
Or
cool
dad,
too,
yeah,
I guess.
And if you're hanging out here in
Unless
the
it's
channel,
your stepdad. Don't tell your stepdad.
Don't tell your
He's
stepdad.
a
Don't
dick.
don't
He's a
talk to
dick.
your stepdad.
He doesn't let me eat
He's
chocolate
not
at
your real
night.
fucking.
It's not your real fucking dad. Oh
for
my
all of
God.
us here, Grenades and Goblins, have a good night.
What's that, dude?
The G&G dating game. Cue music. Diddle-doo-doo-doo. Let's hear some music, guys. Come on. All right, good.
Jazz riff number 1.
Yeah. All right, let's see who we're gonna be dating today. It's like, oh, hello, my name is Anthrax. I'm here to find someone. I party hard
Please
and
tell
game
me.
hard. Bachelor number 1. As